Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well. So my name is Isha and today let's talk about how to discipline our mind. There are times when we are fully aware of what needs to be done. We know our goals, but we still lack the discipline to start or to finish the task at hand. Whether it's going to the gym, working on a project, eating healthy, or even completing our daily chores, we often delay what truly matters. So self-discipline is about honoring our goals through small, consistent actions. And over time, these small steps compound to turn our dreams into reality. Okay, so the real question here is how do you stay focused on your goals consistently while still making time for fun, rest, and life in between? So let's talk about few strategies to discipline our minds. Okay, so first and foremost is shift your focus towards what you want, not what you fear. The human brain doesn't process the negatives well. So if I say, do not think of a lion, what comes to your mind? Exactly, a lion. So that's how our mind works. So take the example of those professional skiers. If they keep thinking that don't hit the trees, what will happen? They will eventually hit the tree. So, but if they focus on the path through the trees, that's where their attention and their movement naturally goes. Okay, so that's what we call a tunnel vision, only seeing what needed. Okay, and the same applies to our life. When we fixate on obstacles, now that's all what we see. Okay, but when we choose to focus on our goals, our actions will follow that direction. So train your mind to see the way through and not the blocks in your way, right? Secondly is the 3-2-1 technique. So tricking your mind into action. This is simple yet powerful mental hack to beat the procrastination and overthinking. Think of athletes at the start of a race. The moment they hear 3, 2, 1, they run. There is no overthinking, no hesitation. So you can train your brain the same way. Whenever you're stuck now, just mentally count 3, 2, 1 and go. And without giving your mind a chance to argue, start the task. And it works because we have conditioned since childhood to respond to countdowns with action. Okay, so over time, your brain will link that 3, 2, 1 with momentum and immediate action. Okay, so try this the next time you feel distracted or stuck, and it literally overcome that I will do it later loop. Okay. Now the third technique is the 2-minute rule. Beat resistance instantaneously. How? One of the biggest challenges we face every day now, it is just starting, not the whole task, just sitting down to begin. Okay, so that's where the 2-minute rule becomes your secret weapon. Whenever you feel resistance, now tell yourself, I will just give this task 2 minutes, that's all. No pressure, no overcommitment. But what happens is magical. Once you start, na, momentum kicks in, and 2 minutes become 5, 10, and before you know it, you are in the flow. So, getting started is winning half the battle. Okay? And try it, it works like a charm. Now, the fourth method is the mirror method, which is rewiring your inner belief system. Okay, this one is ancient, simple, and powerful technique. Whenever self doubt creeps in, now, when fear whispers that you can't, go to the mirror, look yourself in the eye, and speak yourself. Say it with conviction that I can do it and I will do it. And your brain listens to your voice as if it is coming from someone you deeply trust. So over time now, these declarations become your reality. You will start finding the strength, the solution, and the courage where once you saw the fear. Okay, now the fifth technique is dopamine detox, which is reclaiming your focus. Ever found yourself lost in that mindless snacking, scrolling, or endless distractions? For that, try this. Sit in silence for 30 minutes. Do absolute nothing. No phone, no music, just you and your thoughts. And at first your brain will resist. It will itch for stimulation. But then something incredible happens. Your mind starts searching for purpose, for meaningful tasks, for being productive. Okay, you will feel a natural urge to create, to learn, and to build something. So it's like pressing reset on your brain's energy. Okay, now the next technique is the fear killer question. So whenever fear strikes, now most people ask, why am I so scared? But that's not the right question to ask. Instead, ask yourself, why do I want to do this? Is it for my growth, or to honor a promise, or to prove something to yourself, for someone you love? And then ask yourself, what would I do right now if I were brave? And that's when your mind shifts gears. It stops shrinking in fear and start expanding in purpose. And suddenly the next step becomes clear. Okay? The next technique is no more fake promises. Okay? Build trust with yourself. Here is the truth. Discipline begins with self-trust. Okay? So when you set those big unrealistic goals and fail to meet them, you don't just miss a target. You weaken the belief that you can follow through. Okay? So instead of being over optimistic, be strategic. Set small achievable goals. Celebrate your small wins, and that's how you will build the momentum. Okay? And soon your mind will believe that if I say I will do it, I will. Okay? Discipline isn't about being hard on yourself. It's just about showing up again and again in small but the powerful ways. Okay? So it's just about choosing growth over comfort, clarity over chaos, and action over excuses. Okay? Train your mind, trust your process, and the results will follow. Now, last but not the least, technique is the reward and punishment rule. Mastering your delayed gratification. So, one of the most effective ways to discipline your mind is through self-created rewards and punishments. So, tell yourself, if I finish this task, I will treat myself to a coffee or my favorite snack. Okay, but if you don't complete it, that treat, that break, the outing, it's cancelled. Okay. Now this creates a clear cause effect loop in your mind, and your brain learns that effort first, reward later. Okay. Delayed gratification is a game changer in this technique. When you feel tempted to stop, procrastinate, or scroll, or snack, or take a random break, just pause and say, first I will finish this, then I earn that movie, that treat, or that time off. Okay. So it puts you back in control. You are not a slave to your impulses. You become the master of your mind. Okay. Discipline is the ultimate self-respect. These techniques, whether it's 3 to 1 countdown, mirror affirmations, dopamine detox, or reward punishment logic, they are the tools to help you train your mind to serve your vision. But they only work if you do. So find the one that resonates with you right now. Start there, because once you train your mind to obey your intention, not your impulses, you become unstoppable. And here is the hard truth. Nobody is going to come to save you. Your dreams, your goals, your life is fully your responsibility. People only show up after you have shown up for yourself. Or, your success attracts support, not before that. Okay. So if you truly want to live your dream life, discipline is non-negotiable. So here is something powerful to remember, that self-discipline is the purest form of self-love. Your family, your friends, your community, they respect you when you respect yourself. And you respect yourself when you follow through, when you commit, when you choose growth over comfort. Okay? So every day remind yourself, discipline is loving yourself enough to do whatever it takes to give yourself everything that you ever wanted. Okay? So with this, I close today's session. See you in my next video. That's all for today.